of debate, and today on the motion of is it more important to protect sensitive readers or preserve the freedom of expression? These two students are basing most, if not all, of their points on the film adapted from a book, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. Without further ado, I would like to call upon Jia Hong to provide his points.
Okay. Hi there. I'm Jia Hong, and I will be the positive side of this debate, of this motions. So today I'm gonna tell as to why I think that sensitive readers are more important than expression of freedoms. Let's start with inclusive language and representation. The evidence has shown that a study published by the Journal of Communication Studies conducted by Professor Alex Johnson and the team of survey by 1,000 individuals from marginalized communities across the entire world. After watching some very controversial movies, the studies has been found that 72% of the participants felt that they have been underrepresented or negatively portrayed in the mainstream media, which has been significantly impact on their self-esteem and perception of their community. Additionally, the 64% believe that having a sensitive readers reviewing the contents could improve the accuracy and the inclusivity of media portrayal. Sensitive reader can provide insights in how certain languages or representation may be perceived by marginalized groups. For example, they can identify stereotypes, cultural inaccuracy, or derogatory language that might be overlooked by others. By involving these readers in the content creation process, media producers that can be avoid perpetuating harmful narrative and instead promoting more accurate and respectful representation. So the second claims, reducing the hate speech and the incitement. A reporter by a Center of Media and Public Affairs, co-authored by Professor Lisa Chen from the University of Washington, have been analyzing not only social medias but also movies as well, and their policies on their overall hate speech. And the studies has been found that 78% of the online platform experience and review a decrease in report hate of speech and incidents, implementing the content review process that include sensitive reader on their similar roles. Additionally, the data has been indicated that there was a 45% of the overall reduction in the incidence of offline violence of links to online hate speech during the same period. Which is why that sensitive reader can help identify and mitigate hate speech before becoming widely disseminated. Their role can involve accessing the potential impact of a certain language, advising on how face content in a way that discourage hate or violences. This preventive measure not only protect targeted group but also contribute to a safer and more respectful public discourse and reducing the risk of overall real-world harm. And lastly, promoting cultural sensitivity and understanding. An article in the National Journal of Cultural Study by Professor Samuel Lee analyzing which the entire movie, any movie that contains some controversial has the effect of culturally sensitive media on public perceptions. The study has been included of a sample of 500 respondents who reviewed and exposed the content reviewed by sensitive readers, and 85% of the respondents has been reported a better understanding of different cultures and more positive attitude towards diversity that has been exposed to cultural sensitive content. This research has been highlighted a 30% increase in empathy and acceptance towards other culture among the participants. Culturally sensitive content can play a significant role in educating the audience and foster some empathies by involving the help of sensitive readers, content creators that can ensure the cultural nuance are respected and accurate representatively. This not only prevents misunderstanding and offense, but also enriches the audience knowledge and appreciation of diverse culture. As a result, media can serve as a powerful tool to promoting social cohesion and reducing cultural bias. And then allow the sensitive reader to contribute to the conservation about freedoms of expression that can help to strike a balance between protecting individual rights and fostering respectful in an overall environment. This can approach and lead to more thoughtful and responsible content creation. Okay, that's it.
Alright, thanks Jia Hong. Take a seat. Shi Han?
Hello everyone, my name is Han, and today I am on the opposition of sensitive readers versus the freedom of expression. It has come to my acknowledgement that there has been a film or a book, both, that have stirred up controversy. So the book is called The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, and its portrayal, it's supposed to show that the hardships and difficulties of a Jewish person and what the Nazis did to the Jewish. And however, people have noted out that there have been misinterpretations, misunderstandings, and since it is a work of fiction, there could be parts that weren't historically accurate. However, in my defense, the novel is from a child's point of view named Bruno, which is the protagonist. And since Bruno is only a child, with his age being only 8 when the film started and him becoming 9 when it ended, since he's a kid, his perspective frequently misunderstands the adult world around him, the war around him, and the genocide around him. For instance, he doesn't comprehend the nature or purpose of the concentration camp over which his father, a Nazi soldier, presides. He also mishears the camp's name, misunderstanding Auschwitz as Outwit. So, in my defense, the author could have tried making 9-year-old as relatable as possible by making him misunderstand stuff that young children around his age could also misunderstand too. However, in the end, the boy will slowly gain and acknowledge the true reality of the Nazi war. So of course, in the middle of the movie, there may be misunderstandings because, like I said, it's the point of view is from a child. So this could justify why there would be some parts where the viewers or readers may feel offended because it's not interpreted as great. But yeah. Thank you.
Alright, thank you very much. So, Jia Hong, Shi Han, do you guys have any questions to ask each other?
I do have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Shi Han, is it an opinion or is it actually a based fact on evidence?
It's a fact. This novel is literally from Bruno, the protagonist, which is also a child's point of view.
Yeah, but how's the respondent actually feel?
What do you mean respondent?
The fans that actually have been revealed.
What do you mean by that? Please,
No, I was trying to say was that the people who watch the movies, right?
Okay.
And how do they actually felt? How do they actually review it?
They felt, according to a study, they felt that after seeing the film, majority of the watchers
Yeah.
have thought the movie was real.
Okay. Like how much percentages? I mean, how much though?
Right. No idea.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Take a seat. Shi Han, do you have a question for Jia Hong?
He's blabbered so much that
Shi Han!
Do you have a question for Jia Hong?
no. I only saw him. I only heard him blabbering about inclusivity and why we should be
Okay.
inclusive leaders.
Then I have two questions for
Yeah.
Jia Hong.
Yeah.
Then and one for Shi Han to make it fair, right?
Okay.
Jia Hong, when you mentioned that the movie that marginalized people watched,
Yeah.
right? That 72% of them felt like they were underrepresented. Can I know what movie they were watching?
I said it's any movie. Like I'm talking about any movie that actually has a lot of controversies.
What?
But if you want to list them down, I couldn't.
Okay. Alright, thank you. The next question would be for Shi Han first.
Okay.
Alright. You mentioned that people thought that this was real, right? The book slash the movie, the boy in the pajama pants, in the striped pajamas.
Okay.
But the issue now is people thinking that this movie is real should not be the responsibility on the author. As the author has already mentioned that this film was a work of fiction. do you then still think that it is a justified thing to say? That people just think it's this, so we should kind of change it?
No.
Okay. Alright, Jia Hong, my last question to you.
Yes.
Regarding your mention
Yes.
of reducing hate speech, right? The issue now is that when it comes down to freedom of expression restricts certain statements, even though it's considered freedom of expression. It's restricted to prevent disorder, crime, and morals to be thrown out the window. It also protects the rights and reputation of others. So with that, isn't that enough a check and balance to ensure that movies don't have hate speech in them?
Teacher, can you say it again?
Okay, the definition of freedom of expression, freedom of expression is restricted, right?
Yeah.
To prevent disorder, crime, and morals to be crossed. It is also restricted to ensure that it protects the rights and reputation of others. Meaning, freedom of expression is free until you hurt someone else. Isn't this a check and balance? Meaning, isn't this procedure enough to ensure that there is little hate speech in books or in films? Shi Han, try to give it a shot as well.
Sensitive readers can actually just help and identify languages by incited the hate or violence that has been indicated that 62% of the American believe.
Okay, what does that mean?
It means that 62% of the entire United States population has believed that a sensitive reader can actually identify the languages that can actually either hate or either that causing the violence that trigger human from psychology.
And I'm saying that there is a limitation to freedom of speech whereby people restrict hate speech. So why is this restriction on hate speech not enough? Why do we still need sensitive readers?
Because you do have to realize was that there are still a lot of peoples out there. They have to. It's more like they live it not good enough. That's why that sensitive reader they also need to like actually trying to scan and like trying to redefine the delivery.
Okay. Alright. We're done with the debate. How do you guys feel? Is your brain okay?
I feel dumb.
I actually feel okay though.
You feel okay, right? It's now that we started off talking about censorship and banning of, in this case, pornography in Malaysia. Why was that important? And what does it lead? What's the correlation and causation of it? Going back to this topic,
Okay.
it kind of helps you guys understand, is freedom of expression really something that we need, or is that not enough? Do we still need sensitive readers? I feel like for today, the topic goes in the sense that Jia Hong, again, you need to start dumbing things down.
Yes.
Alright? Because I feel like a big chunk of what you said was just a copy and paste, and because of that, I'm like, I can't understand.
Yeah.
Shi Han, do you know what you were saying?
It almost feels like some opinion. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a fact, but
A lot of what you said felt like an opinion, and that was such a dangerous line to play, especially when we're already talking about a sensitive topic of outfits. You know, we're already talking about something sensitive. Let's try our best. We have to do our best to make sure that these are all factual. Meaning you need to be very clear in where you got your source from. Half the time, there was one time when you said, I feel like this would have helped. And I'm like, I don't need your feelings. Your feelings are meaningless to me. I need facts. Okay? So with that being said, I feel like this topic is quite fun.
Okay, cool.
Okay, next motion, write this down.
Okay.
Is living in the city better than living in the countryside? Is living in the city better than living in the countryside? That is your motion. And this is a term I want you to study on and try to implement in your next motion. And the term is check and balances.
Do you mean like checking the check?
Check, yeah. CHECK and balances. Check and balances. What does that mean? And how can you implement that in your speech next week? Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Wow, this video is forever.